Welcome back to Profile Sports. Today we're going to be talking about Oklahoma State's football schedule and breaking down everything about almost every team. And
an in-depth review.
That's right.
All right, kick off the season. We have a Thursday night game against Central Michigan. ESPN FPI gives us a 94% chance to win, and we open up as 21-point favorites.
Why is it on a Thursday night? Like, why is that?
It switched, did it not?
It seems like we normally start with a Thursday or Friday night to start the year, or at least play one in non-conference.
Yeah, that's
I'd
weird.
rather it be that than a Big 12 game. So
yeah, that's true.
I don't know. We haven't played well, I would say, in the non-conference games the past couple years. So 21 could be a stretch.
Yeah, obviously, I don't know. I don't think we're covering.
But
21.
we may be mature enough as a team now to where I think we could come out and dominate. Because, like, look what we did to TCU. I didn't think we were that much better than them. And we looked a mile.
But we also beat Missouri State by, what was it, 8 last year? 7?
We did not have Spencer that game.
Yeah.
I know, but it's.
We were still trying to figure out the running back room at that game.
So they went 9-4 last year, and they finished on a 5-game win streak. And they ended up beating Washington State in the Sun Bowl.
Yeah.
I believe they were supposed to be in, like, the Barstool Bowl or something until it got canceled or whatever. They were supposed to play somebody.
Both of their opponents fell out,
Yeah.
I believe.
So then they got moved to Washington State.
Yeah.
And they beat them, which was an upset. I said some big-time games as they lost to Missouri and LSU.
No.
And neither one of those teams were particularly incredible.
Yeah, LSU was pretty bad
They're
last
actually
year.
pretty bad last year.
Yeah.
Like, I think LSU was, what, 500?
So I think we should handle them.
I think it'll be interesting to see, like, the difference between Jim Knowles' defense and Derek Mason's defense.
Well, it seems like we weren't changing it a whole lot.
Yeah.
We're just going to ride with the guys that have been here and trust them. Let the new guys filter in there. I really don't have much worries about it. I think they could be just as good as last year.
I think the key for that one is just make sure to stay healthy, like make sure the stars don't get hurt.
Yeah. I mean, you'd obviously like to get up big in that game so they could come out.
Yeah.
And you can see the younger guys.
You get up big early, pull them out.
Plus, that just gives them a long break for the next game.
Yeah. Because we already got a week and 2 days.
Yeah, we already got extra rest.
We were 7-0 at home last year, so that is also a good.
When's the last time we did that? Because that to me is pretty impressive, especially with how good I thought the Big 12 was pretty good last year.
Well, we normally lose to OU at home, so it's probably been a little bit.
And we usually drop one to just a miscellaneous,
Yeah.
just one other one.
You know, the random.
Ooh.
So, second game, we got Arizona State. That is a Saturday night game.
Should be a.
I believe we have a 81% chance to win that game. No lines yet, except for like the first week.
Yeah.
Arizona State was 8-5, and they finished with a 2-3 road record. And I do believe they got worse this offseason.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be much of an issue, to be completely honest with you.
I'd like for it to be that way. I'd rather it not be like a 2-possession game. I'd rather us come out and dismantle them.
Yeah, that'd be.
I don't think we should have any issues. I'm actually Central Michigan may be
They could be tougher.
They might be bringing
just
more
as
of a
good,
fight.
if not a little tougher than Arizona State is.
Hold on.
They
17.
lost their starting quarterback.
They did lose
so
their
the
starting
story on
quarterback.
that was, I'm pretty sure Spencer Rattler was going to go there. But that QB said he was staying. Spencer Rattler went to South Carolina, and then that QB transferred.
But they have Emory Jones
They
from
do have Emory
Florida.
Jones.
From Florida, so I couldn't remember if it was him or the other LSU guy. They do have a decent little.
He's kind of a dual threat dude.
Yeah.
Which could give us problems, but we faced a ton of those last year.
Yeah.
If Emory Jones ends up being as good as he was supposed to be at Florida,
He could be.
it could be a little bit of an issue. But
We faced better quarterbacks.
yeah, I'm not saying it's gonna be a big issue. But
And if anything, the QBs that killed us last year were the ones that stood in the pocket and
Purdy.
had good O-line.
diced us up.
Purdy.
Or Ian, or the Notre Dame QB.
The Baylor QB.
Jack Cohn.
Check count.
It's on Pine Bluff.
That's a night game as well. Getting blessed a little bit there.
Yeah, we don't ever really get night games in our first couple games. I feel like.
There's no part of me wanting to be sitting in that stadium at
Yeah.
12 o'clock on a Saturday.
Yeah, that's
Believe it or not,
tough.
we have a 99.9% chance to win that game. Probably the highest
That is
I've
crazy.
ever seen anything. They were 2-9 last year, and we're 0-5 on the road. So should see a lot of people that game. Luke McAdoo, Carter Bernard, Chance Clement.
Gunner should be slinging them by about the second
Gunner's
quarter.
done it.
I would love that if he just came in and just dotted people up.
Yeah. Week 4, we have a bye.
That's kind of nice going into conference play, in my opinion.
I definitely think we have very good success on a 2-week
Yeah.
build
Coming
up.
off the bye.
Yeah.
Only thing that scares me is like the idea of like not being, I don't know, like almost too much rested. That's
I
the
don't
only
know,
thing that
but
scares
2
me.
weeks to prepare for one team is
It's true.
I mean-
definitely you can cook up the right rest.
And I don't want to get too ahead of ourselves. We should get more than 2 weeks to prepare for Baylor because Pine Bluff isn't exactly gonna.
You don't
really
really
have to.
look them.
Yeah, you don't want to overlook them, obviously.
Quite the upset.
But I bet you we do some Baylor planning that week as well as Pine Bluff.
Baylor plays at Iowa State that week, so that'll be a good test whether or not Baylor's for real or not.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if they're going to be.
Do we know what Baylor's non-conference looks like?
I believe IU.
Do remember that, but that's about
It is Albany, BYU, Texas State.
So I mean BYU, that'll be a decent game.
I mean, it'll probably.
It's the
It's
best.
a night game at 9:15.
Yeah.
So
Was that BYU then?
yeah,
Yeah. They play at BYU.
that stadium gets pretty electric, and the coach
Yeah, it
gets it
does.
fired up. So
That's gonna be.
that'll be a test.
Yeah. a good
So they got
game.
2 tests in a row before they play us. I don't know if we're going to consider Iowa State a test this year, but anyone under Matt Campbell's not going to be.
Yeah, they're gonna
Yeah.
be a pushover. But
That's true.
All right, then we go to Baylor, obviously. We actually have a 51% chance to win that game,
Wow.
which I'm a little surprised on.
yeah. I don't know.
Most of the coaches polls and preseason polls from just random people, but they've had Baylor ranked ahead of us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure follows by they beat us last year, but even though Notre Dame's still in front of us. But that's
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Baylor was also 7-0 at home.
Yeah, they
That's
were.
a little
Yeah.
scary, obviously. They finished on a 5-game win streak.
Yeah.
And
Including us.
does anyone want to tell me what our record against them is in the Spencer Sanders era?
I'm gonna go.
Well, if you count the bowl
if
game,
you count the Big 12.
He's
game,
1-3.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go 1-3. Yeah.
yeah,
2-2.
2-2.
Hey, that's better than I thought.
We killed them.
Oh, we killed him with Stoner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Baylor has a top 15 recruiting class, which I mean, that's no joke.
We're
But
2-4 in the last 6 at Baylor.
I don't like that.
That is a little.
If it was here, I'd be pretty confident we're gonna win. But at Baylor scares me.
I just felt we were so much better than them last year, and we played
Oh,
terribly.
100%.
Exactly. Terribly.
Both
I feel
games.
like they lost their stud receivers.
Taekwon
I
Thornton.
do think they got better at quarterback.
Yeah.
They
I think
lost their
easily,
two
They
DBs.
lost
If
both.
we play-
They lost both good running backs.
If we played decent, either of those games, we'd have beat them by 20 each game.
Exactly.
And they lost 3 starters on their secondary.
Yeah.
They're still gonna have a good D line,
Yeah, they added Jackson Player from Tulsa,
Yeah.
who was a top transfer.
which I'm pretty sure our O line's getting better, and it's not like they just tore starting
Yeah, no.
O line.
No.
Their D line's good though.
I mean, what if we had Warren that
I
game?
don't know.
they're
I'm not
gonna-
saying, but their D line was good.
Their D line's good, but ours is better.
No,
I know that's not like.
It's not really.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
Well,
I think ours is
So
better.
we putting a W there.
If
I-
we
I-
play,
I think so. I really do. I think
I
if we
think
go
we'll
in
be
there and
fine.
play decent and get the crowd out of it early, I think we'll win.
We also played our worst game of the season last year in the Big 12 championship, and we lost by a yard and 4. So
I think we can analyze. I think we've looked into
Five.
it. That there's a decent chance that that's going to be game day if both teams go undefeated in
Yep.
preseason or non-conference and Baylor beats Iowa State. I'd
I-
say there's a decent chance.
I think that they,
Yeah.
I think they'll
but
beat us.
I think if we play good, we never play good. If we play decent, I think we'll win.
I'm gonna say that as well.
Then we got Texas Tech coming here, where we have a 80% around that margin to win. Texas Tech was 7-6 last year with 2-3 record on the road.
They didn't.
I think they got worse this year, didn't they?
I wouldn't say they got worse, but I wouldn't say they got better.
They didn't get Miles.
Yeah.
I mean,
They lost that stud punter and kicker.
yeah, and then they lost their top wideout, Eric. It's like a Kuzama or something.
Oh, yeah.
He's gone. But they did add 2 really good 4-star receivers. One out of Broken Arrow.
You gotta give him the ball though.
Yeah, I know. A lot of recruits like that come in their first year aren't like, gonna be game changers. But
We shut them out there.
yeah,
I'd say we may do what we did to TCU last year.
I
Yeah.
think we should get through them fairly easily.
yeah, and their transfer portal was nothing crazy
That's
either.
5-0, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, yes.
All right. Spencer Sanders' record against them.
Texas Tech.
It's 3 games.
He's 2-1.
I was gonna say.
Sam's right.
Is it 2-1?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2-1 because we went down there one year and
Yeah,
just
I
couldn't
thought we
get it
got-
going.
I thought we got
Yeah.
thumped one year there.
And then we had the year whenever they tried to squib it or onside kick it, and we ended up returning it. On them.
Yeah.
Taylor, maybe.
That's right.
We're 5-1 against them in the last 6 home games here. Go to TCU, 62% chance to win. TCU was 5-7 last year and was 4-3 at home. I'm not too confident on how their offseason was, but I can't imagine them being much better than they were last year.
Yeah, they have a new coach,
I got-
right?
I mean, I think we played them with a new coach anyways.
Okay.
No, yeah, we played. It was like
Like the first game.
first or second game he was
Yeah,
there.
they came here and got thumped. But
Yeah.
Yeah, they got to see a.
It probably won't be that bad of a beatdown, what I'd imagine.
It was
It was a blackout. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was blackout.
Yeah.
And Bear. Wasn't that Barry's night?
Yeah, it was Barry night,
Yeah, it was
blackout.
Not a good mixture. For
Not a good mix for TCU.
And I believe we fumbled on the very first possession. Presley on the close to the side.
Yeah,
Got
and
popped.
and I believe we scored every other possession after that. It felt. Like,
Dang sure felt like it.
yeah.
They lost their best edge rusher in Mathis, who's
Mhm.
probably going to go first round, if not second round.
God, 63-17. Ugly.
They lost Zach Evans, 5-star running back. He wasn't ever really like a 5-star running back for him,
Yeah.
but he was still. He did good against us, if I remember correctly. They also added 2 great 4-star receivers, DJ Allen and Jordan Hudson. 28th overall recruiting class, so not amazing, but not terrible.
They have a good QB, I believe, but he was hurt when they played us. I think it's Duggan.
Max.
Either that or he's
What is his first
graduated.
name?
Yeah, Max Duggan. He's a senior.
Yeah, I mean he's good.
Yeah, and he's
He's tough as
definitely
nails.
the player because they have 4 freshmen as the other
Yeah.
guys, so
Yeah, so it'll be him.
it's definitely.
He was hurt last year.
I forgot about this guy.
All right, Spencer's record against TCU.
One.
Is it 3 games?
Yeah,
I'm gonna go. I think 3-0 is it not?
I think we lost down there. No, I'll go 3 now.
2-1.
Dang.
We're unfortunately 1-3 on the road since they joined the Big 12 at TCU.
Wow.
That's not great, obviously.
Yeah. I do feel like we haven't been.
I feel like that could be decently close to their homecoming as well. Then we got
The
the
big
Texas Longhorns coming here. for
Homecoming.
That's. We know what happened last time on homecoming.
Yeah, we do. So does Deshaun Jameson.
Texas is back this year, apparently.
Apparently.
Yeah, some genius gave him a first place vote, so.
Yeah,
Like
that's what
coach's
they've
fault.
been saying the last 8 years. So
Yeah.
we'll
I
see.
did see a report today that said Hudson Card was taking the first team reps over Quinn Ewers.
That's
I
crazy.
I refuse to believe that. But
Yeah.
I'll be very interested to see the Texas versus Alabama game. Obviously, I'm pretty confident Alabama's going to win.
Oh yeah.
But if
Yeah.
Texas was able to sneak one out down there, that'd be very
that'd be
scary.
If Texas wins that game, I'm gonna lay a brick. 'cause
Yeah.
Kind of thought
Yeah.
that they would go down and take care of Arkansas last year, and they
That-
kind of got
that's
steamrolled,
true.
so.
Yeah.
I got a lot here on Texas. I mean, obviously, Texas didn't have one single draft pick this year in the NFL. Not one. They had guys leave and get signed, but I got here. They got 2 5-star commits. Kelvin Banks, former Oklahoma State commit. So be ready for the tweet whenever we win and we tell him worry about his NIL, not the wins. They also added Devin Campbell, another 5-star lineman. So their line is getting better. Their transfer portal was pretty good. They added that Ajayi Hall out of Alabama, but he's obviously suspended now because he got arrested. So that's not happening. And they added a tight end out of Alabama, Jaylee Bingsley. He'll be good too. So
What was Texas ranked in like the coaches poll? Were they even ranked?
I think they're like 18.
18, I believe.
yeah,
Sam, there was some anger behind that. It sounded I could really.
What's that?
Oh, I can
You
see
said
the
that.
anger. I don't even know why they're ranked. They didn't
I'm-
even make a bowl game last
Well, there's
year.
that, but
I mean,
Kelvin,
they're favored to beat us.
they are.
They're favored to beat us.
52% chance that they beat us.
But the thing that gets me,
Yeah.
yes, the thing that gets me is Kelvin Banks was committed to here. Okay, he decommits from here.
Oh, he ain't the only one.
Yeah. Then he commits to Oregon, decommits from Oregon, then he commits to Texas. Billy Walton, you're on there too. So you worry about your NIL. Don't worry about wins, son. You'll see the tweet. I'm gonna tweet at you.
1-4 on the road
Who's their
last
coach?
year.
Oh, they still have Sarkisian.
He lost to Kansas last year.
At home.
I know. I don't know why they're getting any ranks at all. I don't know who would vote them one.
I
Probably
mean,
Matthew McConaughey.
I think I saw a thing.
Yeah, they were 1-4 on the road last year. I mean, does anyone know Spencer's record?
He's
One
won
loss.
one time. No, he's got 2 losses.
1-2.
Yeah,
that's
1 and
correct.
2.
He lost here for the COVID year, and he lost down there.
It was his first start in the Big 12 at Texas. It
Oh,
was a pretty
that's
good game.
right.
It was a pretty good game.
Well,
We had those really bright orange helmets.
We're 2-4 against them here in the last 6 meetings.
Wow, that does not seem right.
Yeah.
I still think we're fine.
I do too.
I do too.
That'll be tough.
Because it's homecoming, I think we'll got it. But if it wasn't homecoming, I'd be a little.
Because
more
that place is gonna be
I'm
packed.
a little worried just because it's Texas. We got to be worried about that.
Hey, they better be worried about Kansas. They're the only program to lose 2 times in the last 5 years to Kansas.
They haven't beat Kansas in 1,000 days. It's been over 1,000 days since they beat Kansas.
All right, whatever. This is the one I'm worried about. At Kansas State.
Yep.
I think they got miles better this offseason. Plus, I don't really think they lost anyone. We have a 62% chance to win that one.
Yeah, their recruiting class is not anything crazy.
They're
It's
8-5
62.
last year, 4-3 at home.
That's at Manhattan, though, right? That's at
Yes.
Kansas State.
That's why I'm a little nervous about
That
it.
does worry me a little bit.
But what I don't understand is everyone's hyping up Adrian Martinez like he's going to win them games last year or this year, but it was his fault that Nebraska was losing
Yeah.
one possession games last year.
It was. I will say they did add a weapon in Jaden Jackson out of Ole Miss. He didn't really get that many targets, but when he had chances at Ole Miss,
Yeah.
he balled out.
Spencer's record.
It's K-State.
He hasn't lost to K-State, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think he lost to K-State.
3-0.
I was gonna say. I think he's,
3-3 on the road there in the last 6
I always
games.
remember that fumble that I think it was Thompson that had that fumble and it fell right into our hands and we just ran back the other way.
Yeah.
Mm.
Jason Taylor.
Yeah.
That could be. We'll figure out about halfway through the year if K-State's for real.
Yeah.
If we are. But.
Yeah. Because who knows if Adrian Martinez is still the starter by that time.
Then we get a bye week. Hopefully this is not a bite that kills us, but we play at Kansas the next week.
What's our record right now? What are we saying?
I believe that'd be 8-0 or 7-0. 7-0.
7-0.
And then at Kansas, 89% chance to win. They were 2-10 last year and 1-5 at home.
I mean, if this game's remotely close, I'd be a little disappointed.
They almost beat OU at home last year.
Yep.
So
a
maybe
beautiful game.
they'll get some fans in there. Maybe the tickets will be $10 instead of $5
Yeah, if the
or free. I remember them tweeting out that it was free admission.
I don't
at
know
halftime.
what's their quarterback's name and the longer hair.
I mean, they played 4 different.
They
teams.
did. They played Bean, they played
Bean.
Daniels, and
I think Daniels
Yeah.
was the last one.
I know. So Jason Bean played the OU game, and if he plays like
Yeah,
they did in
except
that
him.
OU game,
What, he ran out of bounds at the 1 yard line?
Yeah,
He had
no,
free
that
lane
was
to
dumb.
I mean they still
But-
scored, but still.
Yeah, does anyone want to guess Spencer's record against Kansas?
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna go undefeated.
I'm going to
Correct. How about our record on the road in the last 6 games?
I'm gonna go undefeated.
undefeated.
Okay, does anyone want to guess our win streak against Kansas?
I saw it. Not
17.
It's not quite that high.
I was gonna go.
Oh, 09, they went undefeated, I think, or something like that. They went something crazy like that.
11.
2.
12 in a row against Kansas.
Kansas added Kai Thomas, who replaced Muhammad for I don't know if you remember Muhammad from Minnesota, but he was going off against Ohio State to open the year, and then he tore his ACL. So Kai Thomas replaced him. He had 166 carries for 824 yards and 6 touchdowns. So they did add that, and they added like 4 different secondary guys that were all pretty good at their Power 5 schools. So
I mean, we've been pretty used to them having a decent running back. But
that's true. That's true. I just and they added a guy out of Minnesota for receiver as well. That's pretty good, named Douglas. But
all right, 8-0. All right, week 11, we got Iowa State. We got a 70% chance to win that one. They were 7.
I think here,
last year.
I think with it being here, I don't think it'll be a problem at all.
I don't either.
Yeah, I think they got worse for sure.
Yeah, they lost the 2 best players in their backfield. They still have Hutchinson, who's great, but without Breece Hall and Brock Purdy, who knows what they're going to look like.
Yeah, they were 2-4 on the road last year.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't see them being a huge issue.
No.
I hope it's not like a trap game, but Spencer's record.
Iowa State.
1 and 2.
2-1.
Dang, I thought he.
5-1 against them at home in the last 6. So I'm pretty sure the loss was corn dog.
I mean, that really shouldn't be too deep of a game.
Then we go to Norman.
Yeah. See, the thing is, I don't think OU's as good as everyone else thinks they are. I really don't.
I almost think Baylor will be more of a test than OU.
I think Baylor and Texas are better than OU.
Yeah.
I don't think Texas is better than OU, but
We're
I
gonna find out.
I can
It's
see.
just something about playing in Norman that always
No, I'm not saying.
screws us.
I'm not saying we're gonna win. I'm just saying.
Well, also I agree with Garrett where he's saying Baylor will be bigger test because also we won't know. We'll know more about us in the OU game than we will in the Baylor game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're doing a whole new system.
Yep.
New coaches all around.
New coach, new
But
quarterback.
I do believe that Dylan Gabriel has played with Levy, their offensive coordinator.
He has.
Oh, he's
So that will help.
But
I actually
They
think
obviously
Dylan,
have the talent.
I think Dylan Gabriel being at quarterback actually helps us out. I really do.
I mean, yeah, they don't have Hazelwood or Williams anymore, so that's.
Yeah.
They
still got Mims. Yeah.
I mean,
Who's their running back?
or they don't have Stogner either.
It doesn't
Aaron
matter.
Gray.
Whoever they have 800 rushing yards on us.
Yeah.
Probably a trick play.
Yeah, their fullback's gone, but I'm sure they'll flip one in there.
Yeah, but I mean, they lost a lot of guys on defense
I
as well
believe
to
they
the
did
draft.
get a good tight end from Missouri. I don't think he's receiving tight end, but that dude can
Block.
Yeah.
And they added Gentry Williams out of Booker T. He was a great cornerback.
Yeah.
Great athlete, actually, at that.
That's it.
I mean, Isaiah Thomas is gone. They'll miss him a lot.
Benito,
Benito's gone.
Crown, Winfrey.
Winfrey gone.
They're
I had a guy named Gavin Hester. He'll be
Lost
pretty
in
good.
the corner. They had like 2 picks against them. Oh, he's got a 64% chance to win that game, and they were also undefeated at home last year.
But they had a lot of tough games at home last year.
Yeah. Spencer's record should be great.
1, 2.
1 and 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we're 1-5 there the last 6, obviously.
And we're lucky with the 1 because of Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, should have beat him with corn dog.
Should have.
He's Tom's wide open. You got to throw half decent pass. But then what? We got West Virginia here
Yep.
Yep.
to finish the year.
It feels weird to not. I would much rather have OU as the last game.
Yeah.
But they do that so we don't play them back to back. Because aren't we about played them back to back
Yeah.
last year?
Yeah. I
It
mean,
really
I
shouldn't
don't
be
think
that
they're going to be
deep.
that good.
Yeah,
but
no,
JT Daniels, they sure think they're going to be 10 times better, but we literally kicked the snot out of them.
I mean, JT Daniels is a better quarterback overall, of course, but not like.
They're freaking 6-7 last year.
But he's not gonna be a
Dude-
game
dude,
changer.
He couldn't win a starting battle at either college he was at.
Yeah. No.
My thing is, so the rest of the team, obviously JT Daniels is not great. The rest of the team got worse, did they
I
not?
believe that before they added Daniels, they lost like every one of them.
The only big ad they have is Rodney Gallagher, who's a 4-star commit, and he's good, but
Oh, because I thought the rest of the team, other than quarterback, got so much worse.
They're 6-7 last year, and they're not good on the road. 2-4, and Spencer's 3-0.
and we shut him out.
Yeah,
Mhm.
no, that was Texas Tech. But they kicked the field goal on the opening possession and didn't like get across.
Okay,
the,
I was gonna say that
didn't cross the 50. The rest
they
of
either
the-
had 3 or 7.
Yeah, we're 4-1 against them here since joining.
I'm trying to remember losing to them. I don't even remember losing to them.
They were good for a couple of years when they first joined.
When they first joined, they were them and TCU.
Geno Smith.
Geno Smith walked all over us. Last year was 24-3.
Yeah.
3. I didn't
Right.
remember 3.
We didn't even play that good. Sanders only had 182.
All right, who are we playing in the Big 12 championship?
I'm going to assume.
So I'm gonna say we lose 2 games in there, probably, maybe 1.
I'm going to.
I'm gonna say I would say our floor is probably what 9-3.
Neither that or 8 4.
Yeah.
How much? Yeah, floor 9-3.
Ceiling
And then I think our ceiling is honestly 12-0.
or 11-1.
Yeah.
Lose the Iowa
Yeah,
State
maybe
tight
a little.
game last year, so that could be at K-State.
Obviously.
There's always one that sneaks up on us, but I mean that happens. To
That
every
happens to
team.
literally every team.
Yeah.
But who
Yeah.
do we think would make it?
It depends on how Kansas State plays the whole year. If
I, mean,
they're,
I don't have them in.
So I'm saying-
regardless of how good they're-
Which out of Baylor, Texas, OU, whichever one of those 3 teams beat us, I'm gonna say they're the other team that makes the championship game. Because they'll have a win over us.
I don't think Texas is going to.
oh yeah.
I don't trust them.
I think I can pretty confidently say that we are. I'm almost 100% sure we're gonna make it again. I think we'll make the Big 12 championship game again.
I think we'll make it, and I'm going to assume we'll play probably.
I'm gonna go Baylor.
I'll just say OU.
I'm gonna go Baylor as well. Actually,
I do. OU.
I'm gonna go OU.
OU gets Baylor at home.
yeah. Good deal.
Where does Texas play Baylor?
At
Right.
Texas.
No, I was wrong.
Last game of the season. Wow. Last game of the season they played.
Last
Baylor.
game of the season. That's a big one.
That will probably be a deciding factor.
That will
for
be.
who makes the Big 12 championship.
That will be.
Just like our Bedlam probably will be as well.
I'm not gonna lie. I think Texas' ceiling is like 8-4.
Ceiling's 8-4.
I really do.
Maybe.
I'm just not. I'm still not. You know.
And Baylor plays at OU.
I'm not on the Sarkeesian train.
You got to think they got to play Alabama, so like they're not
That's
having.
a loss, but that ain't Big 12.
That doesn't have anything to do with the Big 12.
I get that, but I'm just saying that's part of the.
It's still part of the
8-4.
8-4.
I bet you Texas goes.
Mm.
They'll play at K-State though.
They could lose that one.
And they play at Kansas.
I think they beat OU this year.
I don't think they beat OU.
We'll see.
At Kansas is gonna be
I'm
tough.
saying at Kansas is a rough one. You know what? 8-4 probably is pretty. 8-4.
No.
9-4,
Oh yeah,
somewhere
now that's
in there.
correct. Yeah.
Well, they play all their good games away, so.
Except better. We're beating who in the college football playoffs?
Probably Bama and then Notre Dame.
Notre Dame. Screw them. They're going 8-3.
They don't play anybody.
They play Ohio
Who
State
will
week
make it?
1. They're getting folded, strapped on for 400 yards.
Oh, Ohio State probably.
I think we'll make a New Year's
They
Six
still
bowl.
got Jackson Smith and Jigba.
We better make a New Year's Six bowl. And if we win the Big 12, we'll make it. But
Our freaking floor is the Alamo Bowl. Windows right now.
That is.
I actually think it is. This is probably one of our best chances because I don't
I
think
agree.
there's like a dominant team in the Big 12.
no. this is
Actually, I mean, when OU and Texas leave, we may just have the key to this.
I'm saying yeah. if
Us
we
and
don't-
Baylor are gonna be. Well, you might have to watch out for Texas Tech if every player's gonna get $40,000.
That's- I mean,
That's a good point.
that is true. What's our record?
What's Oklahoma State's record gonna
And
be?
who's our MVP?
10-2.
10-2.
Carry- don't ask me.
Gary wasn't asking you, but I agree.
I don't hate that,
Who's your
Gary.
MVP this year?
I mean, obviously, I'm just like an Ollie guy, so I want to say Ollie, but yeah, give me Ollie, man.
Who was it last year?
See, I'm gonna just go boring. And
Brendan
say
Presley.
Do 4
Come on,
losses to
Colin
Baylor.
Oliver.
I was just say if I had a defense, it'd be
I need some
Colin.
more all 4 sacks.
I'm gonna go Jason Taylor on defense.
If I had a
If I
defensive
go
pick,
offense, I think a breakout year is going to be Rashad Owens or Jaden Bray. One of those two. They're going crazy.
Jaden Bray.
We always have a receiver that
Definitely
is
Jaden
nuts.
Bray.
It's just like miles better than the pack.
It'd be Jaden.
Yeah.
If anyone would,
I'm
I'd
assuming
assume
it's
Bray.
Jaden Bray.
if
But
I,
I
if
think
I,
Owens is going to be good.
I did too. If I had a defense, it'd be Kendall Daniels.
Spencer's got to find another receiver that he can just get in trouble and be like, oh, I'm
But do you
throwing
know
it
how
up to
good
him.
it would be if you
Richardson.
had 4 of them and the defense is just like,
Yeah.
we can't run that, man. We're screwed.
That's what John Paul is, really. He's
Yeah. What is our record and who's going to be the MVP of the team?
Thank you guys for watching.